There is a sacred truth that whispers through every page of Scripture, a truth that the world has largely forgotten or has chosen to ignore. Yet this truth is the foundation of all creation, and it lies not outside of you, but within. The truth is this: imagination creates reality. Not some distant mechanical imagination, but yours, and yours alone. The world is yourself pushed out. Your every circumstance, condition, and experience is but the outpicturing of what you have dared to accept as true. You see, my friend, if you would only entertain certain thoughts, certain inner convictions with feeling, you would witness the very substance of your desires spring forth before your eyes. You are the operant power. You need no permission. You need no intercessor. All you need is to assume the state of the wish fulfilled. That is all. There is no power outside of your own wonderful human imagination. I shall now reveal to you 3 thoughts, 3 holy utterances of mind, that if held faithfully and lived in daily, will manifest your dreams into tangible reality. But hear me well, for these are not idle musings. They are not affirmations repeated without belief, nor are they hollow rituals. They are the living word. They are seeds, and as you plant them deeply in the soil of your consciousness, the world must rearrange itself to reflect their fruit. The first thought is this: it is already done. When you dare to assume that your desire is already an accomplished fact, you activate the creative power of imagination. Do not look to the outer world for signs follow. They do not precede. The outer world is dead until you breathe life into it through your assumption. When you close your eyes and dare to feel the reality of your fulfilled desire, you are fertilizing the soil of consciousness. It is not imagination as fantasy. It is imagination as reality. You must walk by faith and not by sight. You must feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled and persist in that feeling until it hardens into fact. You must say within yourself, it is already done. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now, your assumption, though false to the senses, if persisted in, will become fact. I have lived by this law. I have seen the impossible made possible by the simple act of assuming it is already so. There was a man who desired to leave the island of Barbados and come to America. He had no money, no visible means of support, and no rational hope of achieving this goal. But he assumed that he was already in America. Night after night he imagined walking the streets of New York, smelling the air, feeling the pavement beneath his feet. He saw through the eyes of one who had arrived. And within weeks, circumstances conspired to bring him across the ocean, just as he had imagined. He did not beg. He did not plead. He assumed. He claimed it was already done. The second thought is this: I am the cause. This thought will revolutionize your life, for the world has conditioned you to believe you are at the mercy of circumstance, at the mercy of other people, luck, fate, or chance. But I tell you, you are the sole cause of all that befalls you. Life does not happen to you. It happens through you and for you. Nothing comes from without. All things come from within. When you accept this, you reclaim your divine inheritance. You no longer blame, you no longer accuse, and you no longer look outside of yourself for answers. You recognize the world as a mirror, reflecting back to you the contents of your own consciousness. If you wish to change your world, you must change your inner conversation. Speak as though you are the one who authors every chapter of your life, because you are. All that you encounter, though it appears external and autonomous, is but yourself pushed out. Change your self-concept, and you will change your world. Say not, I was unlucky, but rather, I assumed something less than I desired. Say not, they did this to me, but rather I am the one who gave them permission through my belief. Even those things which seem unjust or cruel are only mirrors reflecting your unguarded assumptions. Now this may sound harsh to those unaccustomed to responsibility, but it is not harsh, it is liberating. For if you are the cause, then you are also the solution. If you are the one who created your prison, you are also the one who holds the key. No one can rob you of your power once you have realized you are the creative center of your universe. The third thought is this: I already possess it. This thought is the natural conclusion of the first two. If it is already done, and if you are the cause, then it must follow that you already possess all that you seek. Not in the future, not in some distant land, but now, here within. For every desire is a gift, not from the world but from your deeper self. You would not desire it unless it already existed as a potential reality within you. The moment you accept this, you move from longing to knowing, from begging to possessing, from lack to fulfillment. You walk in the confidence of one who already has. You no longer wait, you no longer plead. You give thanks, you give praise. You rest in the Sabbath of completed creation. I have said it before, and I will say it again. Creation is finished. Nothing is created anew. Everything that ever was or ever will be is already eternal in the realm of imagination. Your task is not to create, but to select. To select the state you wish to occupy and assume it with feeling. And when you assume it, you possess it. There is a story told in Scripture of a man who found a treasure buried in a field. What did he do? He went and sold all that he had and bought the field. So must you. The treasure is your desire. The field is your consciousness, and to purchase it, you must sell all your doubts, your fears, your past failures. You must exchange them for the truth that you already possess your desire within. Now let us bring this together. These three thoughts, it is already done, I am the cause and I already possess it, are not separate ideas but one revelation expressed in three ways. Together they form the triune key to manifestation. Together they lift you from a life of chance to a life of certainty. Together they restore to you the power that has always been yours. You may say, but how do I begin? How do I assume what I do not yet see? And I tell you, by feeling. Feeling is the secret. It is not enough to say the words, to think the thoughts mechanically. You must feel it. You must let the assumption saturate you until it becomes more real than what your senses report. For your senses lie, they only echo the past. But imagination sees what will be. Enter into the state of the wish fulfilled. Live in it, dwell in it, act as though it were true, and the outer world will conform to your inner conviction. Be not disturbed by delay. Delay is only the interval of rearrangement. Do not dig up the seed in impatience. Let it grow. Let it blossom. Persist in the feeling. Do not waver. You are always manifesting whether you know it or not. Every thought, every feeling, every inner dialogue is a seed. What are you planting? What are you watering? What are you entertaining in the silence of night? Let your assumption be holy. Let your imagination be sacred. See only that which you desire to see, and feel only that which you desire to experience. Let me tell you, it does not matter how great the desire, how distant the dream, how impossible it seems. You are not limited. The only limitation is your own belief. Dare to believe beyond the evidence of your senses. Dare to believe in the unseen. Dare to walk in the assurance that your imagination is truth. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the creator of it. The man who succeeds is not the man with the most talent or the best luck. He is the man who dares to live in the end. He sees what he wants and feels it real. He does not worry how it will come. He does not beg or bargain. He simply assumes and persists. And the world bends to his assumption. You are that man. You are that woman. You are that being of infinite imagination. Within you lies the kingdom of heaven. Within you lies the creative power of God. Do not squander it on idle fears or vain regrets. Use it boldly. Use it lovingly. Use it as the Christ within you. You must now begin to walk differently, talk differently, think differently, see differently, not as the world sees but as the fulfilled sees. Speak not of what you lack, but of what you possess. Speak not of what you fear, but of what you love. Let your words be words of completion, of fulfillment, of gratitude. Say often to yourself, it is already done, and mean it. Say with conviction, I am the cause, and own it. Say with gratitude, I already possess it, and feel it, and then watch. Watch as mountains move and doors open and strangers help and miracles unfold, not because they are miraculous, but because they are the natural outflow of a reordered inner world. This is the truth I have come to share. This is the gospel of imagination. This is the message of freedom. These three thoughts, if lived and loved and believed, will transform your life beyond anything you have ever known. You need no guru. You need no trick. You need only to remember who you are. You are imagination. You are power. You are cause. Now that you know, you cannot unknow. You may choose to forget, but you cannot return to ignorance. The truth has been spoken. Let it take root. Let it live in you. Let it grow. And then, only then, you shall see that your dreams are not dreams at all. They are prophecies, and your assumption is their fulfillment. Now go and assume boldly, for it is already done. As you continue in this inner work, you will notice something extraordinary begin to occur. Your reactions to the world will soften, your worries will quiet. What once seemed urgent will now seem insignificant, for you will have touched the core of your being, the awareness that all things are happening within you, and nothing has power over you, unless you grant it. You will wake in the morning and no longer ask, "What must I do to get what I want?" Instead you will say, "How shall I feel today knowing it is already mine?" You will carry yourself not with arrogance, but with divine confidence. You will walk into rooms not seeking validation, but knowing you are the operant power, and others will feel it. They may not know what has changed about you, but they will sense it, your energy, your certainty, your ease. That inner conviction will radiate outward, and the world will respond accordingly. No more grasping, no more struggling, no more pleading with the outer world to give you something. You will have discovered that the outer world is only the echo of your inner being. Change the tone, and the echo changes. Persist in the feeling that your desire is fulfilled, and everything around you will reflect that tone. I tell you now, there is nothing to add, only something to accept. Accept your inheritance. Accept your power. Accept that the one you have been waiting for is you. The savior you await is your awakened imagination. When you rise in imagination, you rise in the flesh. When you feel it real, it becomes real. That is law. That is principle. That is life. When your mind begins to wander, and it will, for the senses are persistent, gently bring it back. Bring it back to the thought. It is already done. Remind yourself, I am the cause. Reassure yourself, I already possess it. These are not affirmations to be chanted, they are identities to be worn. You must put them on as you would a garment. Live in them, sleep in them, act from them, speak from them. When the world offers you contrary evidence, when the bank account looks the same, when the call hasn't come, when the results seem absent, do not falter. Do not measure the process by appearances, for appearances are the last to change. They are the shadow, not the substance. The substance is the feeling, and the feeling always precedes the fact. The one who persists in imagination, despite outer contradiction, is the one who manifests miracles. And what are miracles but natural laws misunderstood? What is magic but the deliberate use of imagination? What is faith but loyalty to the unseen? There will come a day, and it will come sooner than you expect, when you will look around and see the fruits of your inner labor. The person you once longed to become, you have become. The life you once dreamed of, you now live. And it will not feel strange. It will not feel foreign. It will feel normal, because you have been there already in consciousness. The outer is only catching up. Others will call it luck. They will say you are fortunate, or gifted, or different. But you will know. You will know it was not luck, but law. Not chance, but choice. You chose your inner state and persisted in it. You held fast to the thoughts that align with truth. It is already done. I am the cause. I already possess it. And from those thoughts, a new life emerged. You must now make these thoughts your companions. When doubt comes, speak to it as a master speaks to a servant. Say, you have no place here. I know who I am. When fear whispers, remind it of your authority. When the old man, your former self, tries to reclaim the throne of your mind, lovingly dismiss him. He is no longer in charge. The new man, born of assumption, born of imagination, now rules. Do not entertain two masters. You cannot serve both fear and faith. Choose you this day, whom you will serve. Will you serve appearances, or will you serve your vision? Will you serve limitation, or will you serve your divine imagination? Remember, you are not doing this to get something from the world. You are doing it because you are the creator of your world. You do not beg the world to give you your dreams. You breathe life into your dreams, and command the world to reflect them. This is not arrogance. This is alignment with divine order. The same power that said, "Let there be light," dwells in you. The same creative energy that formed galaxies waits at the door of your imagination. Open the door. Let it move through you. Let it construct the scenes of your desire. Let it shape your world anew.
You are not here to react. You are here to create. You are not here to live by default. You are here to live by design. You are the designer, the architect, the builder and the inhabitant of your reality. And the tools of your craft are your thoughts, your feelings, your assumptions. So use them deliberately. Use them joyfully. Use them wisely. Begin now in this moment to adopt the inner attitude of fulfillment. Let the thought take root. It is already done. Let it bloom into certainty. I am the cause. Let it blossom into peace. I already possess it. And continue to move through the world as though it were the stage upon which your assumption performs itself into being. See everyone you meet as a player responding to your inner script. Hear every word spoken to you as confirmation of your new identity. Feel the air around you shift in harmony with your conviction. The world cannot help but follow your lead. It has no choice. It is obedient to your command, not the command of your lips, but the command of your inner feeling, the command of your faith, the command of your imagination. If you find yourself tempted to slip back into the old patterns, into waiting, into hoping, into doubting, remember this: hope is a beggar, but assumption is a creator. Do not hope for what you desire. Assume it, live in the end, dwell in the state, trust in the unseen. That is the way. As the weeks pass, you will find a new stillness arising within you, a stillness that is not dependent on what the eyes see or the ears hear, but on what the soul knows. And the soul knows that all things are yours already. You are not becoming, you are revealing. You are not trying, you are remembering. In this remembrance you find freedom. In this knowing, you find joy. In this alignment, you find your true self, not the self the world has labeled, but the self that was never born and never dies. The eternal I am, the divine imagination, the operant power. Let that power live through you now. Let it move your hands, guide your words, shape your world. Do not resist it. Do not delay it. It has waited long enough to be recognized. Honor it by thinking only those thoughts which align with your vision. Honor it by living as though your every word is prophecy. Because it is. Every word you speak inwardly is casting the mold into which your future must flow. So speak deliberately. Speak faithfully. Speak lovingly. For the words you whisper to yourself in the silence of your mind are the architects of tomorrow's experiences. When you think from the place of already having, when you assume the posture of one who already is, already knows, already owns, the world reshapes itself to accommodate that certainty. The laws of nature are not suspended. They are fulfilled. Fulfilled according to the law of assumption. You do not have to concern yourself with the leave the bridge of incident to the infinite intelligence that operates through your feeling. Your only responsibility is to remain faithful to the state of already having. That is your dwelling place. That is your temple. That is your holy ground. And it must not be defiled by doubt or desecrated by disbelief. Treat your inner state as sacred. Guard it with vigilance. Nourish it with silence. Protect it with gratitude. What is gratitude but the feeling of fulfilled desire? What is thanksgiving but the acknowledgement that it is already done? Give thanks, not in advance of its happening, but because it has happened in consciousness. And once it has happened there, it is as good as done. The outer must bend to the inner. That is the eternal law. You must begin to see your thoughts, not as idle companions, but as sacred messengers. Each thought you permit to linger in your mind carries a seed. That seed will take root and bloom, whether for good or for ill. Therefore, be as selective with your thoughts as a gardener is with his seeds. Plant only what you wish to harvest. Do not plant thoughts of lack if you wish to reap abundance. Do not plant thoughts of failure if you wish to enjoy success. Do not plant thoughts of rejection if you desire love. Should an unwanted thought arise, do not wrestle with it. Simply replace it. Shift your attention. For attention is the water that feeds the seed. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation grows. Imagine yourself now, not tomorrow, not next week, but now living from the state of the wish fulfilled. How do you move? How do you breathe? What does your inner dialogue sound like? Are you still questioning? Or have you become the answer? Are you still seeking? Or have you found? Are you still waiting? Or are you receiving? Do not look for signs. You are the sign. Your inner conviction is the sign. Your assumption is the sign. When you feel it real, You don't need confirmation. You are the confirmation. And from that certainty, all things come to pass. If your dream is to be wealthy, then carry yourself as one who already is, not in pride, not in boastfulness, but in generosity, in calm assurance. If your dream is to be loved, then radiate the love you desire. If your dream is to be healed, then move as one who knows their body already obeys divine harmony. You are not pretending. You are not faking. You are not faking. You are aligning. You are embodying. You are declaring by your state of being, this is who I am. This is already mine. The world then has no choice but to agree. In time, not because of effort, but because of alignment, you will begin to notice subtle changes. A phone call, an email, an opportunity, a conversation, all will arise seemingly out of nowhere. But you will know the truth. You will know these are not accidents. They are not coincidences. They are echoes of your inner world, finding expression in time and space. You have moved first. You have impressed the subconscious mind, and now the world must respond. The law of assumption is not partial. It does not reward some and punish others. It simply obeys. It brings to life whatever you persistently feel to be true. So your only task is to feel it to be true. So your only task is to feel it to be true. To walk in the assumption. To carry it with you, as naturally as you carry your name. Let your assumption be your identity. Not something you visit, but something you live. Not something you hope for, but something you are. As you dwell more and more in this inner conviction, you will begin to see not only your desires taking form, but your self-image transformed. You will no longer be the one who waits, who begs, who doubts. You will be the one who knows. You will no longer feel like the beggar at the gate of your own kingdom. You will be the king, the queen, the creator. With this newfound power, you will become gentle. You will not need to prove anything. You will not need to convince anyone. The power will be in your quiet certainty. Others will feel it. They will be drawn to it. Not because you demanded attention, but because you radiated truth. This is the quiet majesty of the awakened imagination. It does not shout. It does not argue. It simply knows. It is the knowing that creates. It is the conviction that shapes form. It is the feeling that brings forth the fact. So let this be your work, not the labor of your hands, but the labor of your mind and heart, the inner discipline to return again and again to the thought, it is done. I am the cause. I already possess it. Let that become your heartbeat. Let that become your truth. And should the outer world delay in reflecting this truth, remain undisturbed. Time is not your enemy. It is your servant. It is the canvas upon which your inner state is painted. And the longer you remain faithful to your assumption, the more vivid and beautiful that picture becomes, even in the midst of contradiction. Smile inwardly. Say to yourself, it is working. Though I see not the evidence, I feel the reality. And that feeling is more real than anything I see. That is how faith operates. That is how dreams become real. You are not just here to desire. You are here to fulfill. And you fulfill by imagining, by assuming, by believing more in the unseen, by believing more in the unseen than the seen, by stepping into the reality within, and allowing it to flow outward. Your three thoughts, it is already done, I am the cause, I already possess it, are the keys. Use them as such. Unlock the doors within. Walk boldly through them, and do not look back. Do not return to the prison of doubt. Do not re-enter the cycle of waiting. You are free. You are powerful. You are the creator. As you continue to dwell in this truth, something miraculous occurs. You become not just the receiver of your dream, but the dream itself. You and your vision become one. There is no longer separation between you and your desire, for you have claimed it, assumed it, lived it, and what you live within, you must live without. Keep moving from this knowing. Let every breath you take affirm your fulfillment. Let every thought you think be a brick in the structure of your new life. Let every moment be a sacred opportunity to feel once again that all you have asked for is already yours. And when sleep comes, enter it not with the burdens of the day, but with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Drift off in peace, as one who needs nothing because they possess everything. Let your final thought before rest be one of satisfaction, one of gratitude, one of joy. This is the practice. This is the art. This is the way. So now you hold the secret. Not in some distant place or elusive formula, but within your own mind and heart. These three thoughts. It is already done. I am the cause. I already possess it. Are your divine tools. They are the gateway through which your dreams cross from the invisible into reality. Remember this. The power to shape your world is not somewhere out there. It lives within you, in the silent depths of your imagination, and the unwavering feeling of fulfillment. Choose to live as though your desires are already yours, not as a hopeful wish, but as an unshakable truth. Persist in this knowing with faith and patience, and watch as the universe rearranges itself to mirror the reality you have created inside. Your dreams are not distant stars to chase. They are the very essence of who you already are. Act on this truth now, and claim your birthright as the master creator of your life.